The Young and the Restless spoilers, full Monday update, the 6th of July, 2026. Welcome back to our channel, fellow Genoa City gossips. Today is a beautiful day to dive deep into the absolute madness that our favorite soap just delivered. Grab your coffee, or maybe something stronger, because we have so much to unpack, and I am practically vibrating with energy. Let's get right into it. I am literally typing this at 2 a.m. because my brain will not shut off after watching what Jack Abbott is doing right now. I mean, I cannot believe they went there. We all knew Jack was desperate, but playing dirty with Patty Williams to this extreme level? I am screaming at my screen. I've been watching this show for years, and this is quite possibly the most unhinged, reckless, and deeply uncomfortable thing Jack has done in a very long time. He is literally risking everything, his morality, his sanity, his physical safety, just to keep Patty distracted so she doesn't realize he is playing her. It is so hard to watch, but at the same time, I cannot look away. Jack is acting like he has it all under control, but we all know Patty's a ticking time bomb. And let's just talk about the history here for a second. Remember when they tried this whole toxic dynamic on the yacht? Yeah, didn't work then either, and it ended in absolute disaster. Patty is completely delusional and obsessed with him, and Jack is feeding right into her sickness by pretending to give her what she wants. He thinks he is being this brilliant mastermind by keeping her occupied, but he is playing with fire. If Patty even gets a whiff that Jack is using her just to find Diane, she is going to snap. We have seen what Patty does when she feels betrayed. She poisoned Summer Newman, for crying out loud. She is not someone you just casually manipulate and expect to walk away from unscathed. So, Jack hacks her phone. I mean, I have to give the man some credit because that is a classic Victor Newman move, not a Jack Abbott move. He actually managed to break into Patty's phone and send a message to Dr. Lawrence Markham to lure him away from the house. It is a genius move on paper, I will admit that, but it is also so incredibly fragile. Jack's entire mission right now is to keep Patty so completely distracted that she doesn't check her phone or realize that she didn't send that message. He's playing dirty in every sense of the word, and I am just sitting here sweating, waiting for the other shoe to drop. Because you know it is going to drop. This is Genoa City. Nothing ever goes according to plan. But wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's talk about Dr. Lawrence Markham. I know some people are loving this creepy doctor storyline, but personally, he gives me the absolute creeps. He is holding Diane hostage in that weird, barred room, gaslighting her into thinking she had a mental breakdown. And now Jack has lured him out with this fake text from Patty. But Markham is not stupid. He is a corrupt, manipulative psychiatrist who is used to playing mind games. It is only a matter of time before he realizes he has been set up. Because you just know Markham is going to figure it out. He is going to get to wherever the text told him to go, realize Patty isn't there, or maybe he'll try to call her, and Jack will have to scramble to silence the phone. Once Markham realizes he has been played, or that Patty isn't the one who texted him, he is going to panic. And what does a kidnapper do when they panic? They rush back to their hostage. Markham is going to speed right back to that house to check on Diane, and that is where this entire situation is going to explode into a million pieces. And then there is Kyle. Sweet, naive, sometimes completely infuriating Kyle Abbott. While Jack is playing this dangerous game of seduction and distraction with Patty, Kyle is out there trying to play the hero. He is on a rescue mission to save his mother. Which is noble, I guess, but Kyle is not exactly a trained Navy SEAL. He is a corporate CEO who wears expensive suits. What is he going to do against a deranged doctor? Kyle is heading straight into the lion's den, completely unaware that the lion might be rushing back home at this exact moment. I mean, picture the scene. It's dark, it's creepy. Kyle is sneaking around the perimeter of this weird house trying to find a way in. But we already know that doctor. Markham has these massive, aggressive guard dogs on the property. If Kyle makes even one wrong move, if he steps on a branch or tries to force a window, those dogs are going to start barking their heads off. And if Markham is pulling up to the driveway, right as those dogs start going crazy, Kyle is absolutely doomed. He's going to get caught red-handed trying to break in. But let's not forget who we are dealing with inside the house. Diane Jenkins Abbott is not a damsel in distress. I know I complain about Diane a lot, and I mean a lot, but you have to respect her survival instincts. The woman faked her own death and stayed hidden for years. She knows how to play the long game. She has been constantly asking Markham for sedatives, pretending she is just a nervous wreck who needs to sleep. But she isn't taking them. She is hoarding them. Diane is building a stash of pills to drug Markham and make her escape. I am actually weirdly proud of her for this. So what happens when Kyle inevitably messes this up? Let's be real. Kyle is going to get caught. He is going to trigger the dogs, Markham is going to run inside, and Kyle is going to end up locked in that padded cell right next to his mother. A double hostage situation. Can you even imagine the look on Diane's face when her son, her supposed rescuer, gets tossed into the room with her? Her plan to drug Markham is going to be completely thrown off, because now she has to worry about protecting Kyle. Kyle is literally going to become the second hostage, and it is going to make everything 10 times worse. And think about the domino effect. If Kyle disappears, if he stops answering his phone and doesn't report back to Jack, Jack is going to know instantly that his incredibly risky phone hacking plan blew up in his face. Jack is going to lose his mind. He is already stretched so thin trying to keep Patty distracted. If he realizes his son is now in the clutches of this psycho doctor, Jack might actually do something lethal. Wait, I need to talk about Patty's reaction if this all goes south. If Jack's plan fails, and Patty finds out that Jack hacked her phone and used her, oh my god. The wrath of Patty Williams is not something anyone survives easily. She will realize that every sweet word Jack said to her, every moment of intimacy they just shared, was a complete and utter lie to save Diane. Patty will snap. She won't just keep Diane hostage. She will order Dr. Markham to do something horrific. She might order him to kill Diane, or worse, harm Kyle to punish Jack. Jack is playing a game with no safety net, and he is dragging his entire family down with him. Okay, back to the point, or at least a different point, because I need to switch gears before I give myself a stress headache. We need to talk about Billy Abbott. Why is he like this? Am I the only one who is just entirely exhausted by Billy's constant need to self-sabotage and ruin the lives of everyone around him? I just can't with him anymore. I have defended Billy in the past. I really have, but this latest move is just unforgivable. So Billy, in his infinite wisdom and absolute lack of a filter, just casually drops Sally's secret to Jill. He just blabs about Sally's new business venture to his mother. Like, are you kidding me? Billy claims he didn't think Jill would pay attention or care, which proves that Billy Abbott has learned absolutely nothing in his entire life. How do you underestimate your own mother? How do you not know that Jill Abbott hears everything, processes everything, and uses everything to her advantage? Because Jill Abbott is a shark. She is a corporate titan who will devour anyone who gets in her way, or in the way of her family's legacy. Billy might have thought it was just a careless slip of the tongue, an offhand comment, but Jill's brain is already spinning. She is so incredibly smart, and she is going to take that little piece of careless information and weaponize it. Jill does not like Sally. Jill has never liked Sally. She thinks Sally is a gold digger, a troublemaker, and entirely beneath the Abbott family standards. I'm sorry, but hasn't Sally been through enough? She just lost her baby. She's grieving. She is trying to put her life back together, and she finally finds a spark of hope with this new business project. She's trying to build something for herself, completely independent of the Newmans and the Abbotts. And what does Billy do? He hands her head on a silver platter to Jill. Jill is going to interfere. We all know it. She is going to pull strings, call in favors, and completely sabotage Sally's new venture before it even gets off the ground. And she will do it with a smile on her face, convinced she is protecting Billy from a mistake. And the worst part is, Billy won't even realize he caused it until it is too late. He is so oblivious to the consequences of his own actions. When Sally's business falls apart, she's going to trace it back to Jill, and then she's going to trace it back to Billy. This is going to destroy them. I mean, Sally already has major trust issues, and now the man who is supposed to be supporting her just leaked her most vulnerable professional secret to her biggest critic. I am so mad on Sally's behalf. I just want to reach through the screen and shank Billy. Actually, wait. I'm getting even more worked up just typing this. Let's look at the big picture here. We have Jack sleeping with his stalker to save his kidnapped wife. Kyle probably getting himself locked in a basement with guard dogs outside, and Billy destroying his girlfriend's career because he literally cannot stop talking. The Abbott men are in absolute shambles right now. Every single one of them is making catastrophic decisions based on emotion and ego. Am I the only one who feels this way? I know some people are loving this whole chaotic era of the show, but personally, I am just a ball of anxiety watching these characters make the worst possible choices. I love the drama, don't get me wrong. I live for it. But sometimes I just want them to use one single brain cell. Just one? But I guess if they made smart choices, we wouldn't have a soap opera to watch every day. I am dreading next week, but I am also completely here for it. I need to see if Kyle actually gets caught by Dr. Markham. I need to see Diane pull out that stash of sedatives and knock that creepy doctor out. And I desperately need Sally to find out what Billy did and absolutely rip him to shreds. She needs to dump him and focus on her empire, assuming Jill doesn't crush it first. I am so invested in this mess. Let me know in the comments if you guys are as stressed out as I am, because I definitely need to share this with people who get it. Until next time, stay restless.